Beda Red Lion and the son of Index coach Frankie Lim as Adiogon inside. Really tough task if you're Coach Melo going up against Coach Tab Baldwin.
Well, it helps that you have these two world imports, Mike Harry at saka si Adiogon. Alam naman natin, very storied ang kanilang career in the NCAA. And mapapalaban ng Ateneo rito. And the thing that we are going to be looking at dito for Ateneo is the ability to consistently hit the threes and actually not fall into the trap of hitting threes because they're just playing against the zone.
Well, so far, they knocked down their first 2 3-pointers, talking about itong Ateneo, as they are up 6-4, just under 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And you'd love that, Coach Potit. Gio Chu, siya lang yung lone center para dito sa Ateneo. Actually, dalawang center kalaban niya dito sa Uratex kung pag titignan natin.
Well, exactly. But hindi naman push over sa height itong Ateneo with Kuhn, Balungay, and now si Lazaro. Ng mga 6'5" gets guys dito mga nasa loob ng court.
Ateneo really trying for those shots from the outside, but good interior passing once again, but blowing the layup, but Kai Balungay with a follow-up.
Well, right now you can see overly matched dito ang Uratex when it comes to those controlling the rebounds of the missed shots.
Parang right now, nakikita natin yung youth of Ateneo, they're quicker to the ball, and they're really trying to move the ball side to side as Jared Brown missing on that 3-point attempt. At ganun na naman, Coach Putit, cleaning up the glass are the Blue Eagles.
Well, kita mo naman sa round robin pa lang. I think Uratex has they don't have enough athletic players to go side by side dito. Kita mo naman, that miss ni Balungay. Josh Lazaro on the opposite side for that putback. Wala, masyadong mga pogo sticks itong mga kalaban ng Uratex ngayon.
Adiogon. Well, he forces his way inside and he will trip to the line for 2 shots.
Even si Ola does not really look like the Ola that we know from the San Beda days. Makita mo medyo may mga years in him now, may mileage, nakikita na natin. But still, yung height nila is still might. Now the question is sa Uratex, can the other guys, the locals, can they support itong world imports niya? Because hindi biro ang kalaban nila. Ateneo, 5 mabigat yan na players every time on the floor.
Well, Ola Adiogon, a former San Beda Red Lion, led his team to multiple titles in the NCAA. Mga kampi na ito, sila Basir Amer, the Semerad Twins.
Coach niya.
Oh, dito
And then ang coach niya, tatay ng coach niya ngayon.
Oo, di ba?
Talagang familiarity nandun
Talaga yung branches, di ba? And 10 years later, still here, playing strong. Ito si Ola Adiogon. Meanwhile, under 6 minutes remaining, Ateneo with a 5-point lead. Jenmar Kakay is off the bench, attacking the basket. And battle for the loose ball. And Ateneo leaks out here. Chris Kuhn, one guy to beat. And bola mananatili sa side ng mga nakasul.
Actually, I think it's like a blessing in disguise. Si Eric Salamat had to sit down because of a painful thigh. Pinasok nila si Jemar Bagais. I think one guy na pahihirapan ng Ateneo, ito si Jemar Bagais. Very athletic, very creative. Now, off the dribble, let's see what he can do against the 5 Blue Eagles.
And he's probably that one guy who could penetrate the defense and create shots for his teammates. Artehil, meanwhile, playing point guard duties here. Backdoor cut. Adiogon with a floater.
Exactly, ito na naman, Bagais making that play possible because of that cut. And then very smart player, ito si Jenmar Bagais.
The former San Sebastian Stag immediately contributing off the bench, and here he is on the fast break and leaks out for 2.
Now dito makikita natin, medyo aalma na yan si Coach Tab because hindi pwedeng isang tao lang pahirapan tayo. That's not going to work dito for Coach Tab Baldwin. Let's see the adjustments na gagawin nila because of the presence of Bagais.
And now coming into the ball game, isa yan sa mga naging kakampi ni Ola Adiogon and has won multiple championships. Pero ito yung mga earlier years. Bam Bam Gamalinda together with guys like Pong Escobar, Sam Ekwe, di ba?
Yeah, I had the pleasure of working with that crew, itong San Beda Red Lions with Sam Ekwe and Bam Bam Gamalinda. Idol niyan si T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. Kaya every time I see him, si T-Mac ang tawag ko dyan. And another guy, Bam Bam, would be able to help the cause of Uratex against the Blue Eagles tonight.
already 37 years old, but certainly not lacking experience. Ito si Bam Bam Gamalida. Meanwhile, Ateneo with 11 seconds on their shot clock. They are up by a point, 10-9. Just past the halfway point of the first quarter. Brown to Kuhn. Shot clock, 6 seconds. Gio Chu inside, no. Mike Suzu. Well, nakagawan siya dito ni Jared Brown. He pulls up from free, rattles out. But Josh Lazaro throwing it down.
What made that play possible, itong smart play ni Balungay, kinuha niya yung offensive rebound, but in one touch, tinapik niya rin kagad kay Lazaro, no? Parang touch pass.
With a quick reply on the other end, Ola Adiogun cuts the lead down to a point. As Chris Kuhn dialing up from deep.
Mukhang may ensayo si Chris Kuhn dito sa 3-point shooting niya. Mukhang hindi bibitaw sa 2-3 zone itong Uratex.
And this is one guy that we're expecting to take a leap here. Ito si Chris Kuhn. With guys like Dave Ildefonso, PJ Andrade graduating, although he missed on that three. But ito yung mga prototype ngayon ng Ateneo. Those 6'5 guards who could really hit the outside shot and defend on the other end.
Yeah, to his credit, ito si Chris Kuhn, even with the Ildefonso there, even when they had the stack lineup, he had his minutes, he had his contributions, and were significant. So maganda ang kanyang trajectory being what? His third year with the Blue Eagles. Nowhere really to go but up dito for Chris Kuhn.
And well, we've got Joseph Obasa and Mason Amos coming in. Bakit dito kay Coach Taub Baldwin as ito Ola Adiogun missing on that free throw. Ateneo up by 4, 15-11.
Well, let's see how Obasa, no, the young FSA nila, foreign student, would be able to match up dito sa dalawang veteranong imports ng Uratex.
Baptism of fire, ika nga ang ating matutunghayan dito. As Lazaro, short stab, masyadong malakas. Bragais, off to the races. Good defense by Lazaro. Keeping in front, ito si Bragais. Backdoor, Kamalinda, scoops it up and in!
Pwede nang sa kaliwa. Reverse pa, yun ang mga paborito ni Bam Bam Gamalinda. But again, great top pass doon by Bragais. And then to si Gamalinda naman bumakdoor cut.
Meanwhile, Obasa inside. 4-point lead for Ateneo. 7 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Marty Hill, top of the key. Nakasona dito ang Blue Eagles. As Bragais drives baseline, kicks it out. Hill. Oh, what a find inside, but Bragais missing on that gimme. Third opportunity. Oh, goes reverse. Wala pa din.
Pero kung ikaw Ateneo, may inis ka. Parang point guard yun. 10 offensive rebound time twice. Ang lalaki pa naman ng mga players natin.
So both teams a bit jittery. Espinosa. Now guarded by Adiogun. Decides to pull up. Off to the left.
Well, that wasn't a smart play by Espinosa. No? Lamang-lamang sa ilalim yung malaking kakampi niya. Kung bantay, gwardiya pa.
Good fake, but Kuhn, well, he commits a foul there. And ito si Bam Bam Gamalina will head to the line.
And yeah, right on cue. Kita natin Chris Kuhn ngayon, uupo. And papasok. Yeah, ito yung number 3 guy nila, si Bongo. Another, not really a new guy. Matagal na rin siya sa programa natin ngayon. But this is his chance, his opportunity to have the minutes. So I think he has to show up. Especially, this is a perfect opportunity for him because yung Uratex, I think, they will be playing the long game. No? Sabaga, sige, makasabay kayo ngayon sa amin, Uratex. Pero pagdating ng third quarter, fourth quarter, tignan natin kung makakasabay pa. I think, siyempre, yung fatigue will set in.
But the veteran, ito, Bam Bam Gamalinda, now with 4 points, cuts the lead down to 2. 2 minutes remaining in our opening quarter. Espinosa, and Braga is almost a steal there. He kicks it out. Bongo drives inside. Obasa trying to get the offensive rebound. And off to the races, itong Uratex. Gamalinda losing the handle. Lazaro against Gotladera. Kick out pass, three-pointer on the way, short. And Uratex so far medyo nakikipagsabayan sila sa takbuhan dito, ha?
Yun nga, baka mamaya balikan sila niyan. And I think Ateneo is actually baiting them na makasabay itong Uratex sa takbuhan.
Let's see how this will play out. But so far, it's only a 2-point lead. Godlatero with the steal. Braga is shaking, baking, dropping it off at the last second. And that will result... Well, it will stay with Uratex. Oh no. So actually, it's a turnover.
If you can see both teams falling into sa useless turnovers. Just because I think yung competitiveness, yung intensity ng laro, wala pa eh. So medyo parang both players, both teams actually letting their guards down.
Under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Ateneo still up 17-15. Coach Tab Baldwin not happy right now.
Pero imagine mo, di ba? Yung pace ng laro would not suggest na close yung game. 72 points lang ang naghihiwalay sa dalawang koponan na to.
And for Uratex, Ola Adiogon returning, magpapalitan muna sila dito ni Mike Harry.
For the longest time, bakit Mike Harry ang pangalan niya? Mantalang yung apelido niya,
Si Zuzu.
kulang na, daming maraming vowels. Ay, tama.
Obasa momentarily hesitated and that might have cost him that field goal there.
Momentarily forgot that he can't shoot the three. Kita mo si Coach Tab kanina, napailing nung tumira eh.
Something that he's trying to work on. Dahil nga meron tayong pre-season, pwede kang mag-eksperimento dito as Gamalinda against Obasa. Turnaround jumper, wala. And a foul against Uratex. Not yet over the limit.
Pero in his prime, yung kanyang spin move and go back na move ni Bambam Gamalinda, sure ball yun eh. Yung turn around, yung fake turn around niya, tapos babalik niya yung tira. Parang timak talaga eh. Pero ito, magandang opportunity rin for the point guard of Ateneo, si Espinosa. Medyo mga veteranong gwardiya, nahihirapan na siya.
And naagawan nga ulit sila dito. Guys, his eyes wide open on that fast break opportunity.
Rookie nakita eh, akin na to.
Ateneo, a chance here to get the last shot of the first quarter. Credo attacking Adiogon, tough shot. Obasa there, kick out pass. Bongo being guarded by Pardo, escapes the defense. And 10 seconds, meron pang pagkakataon itong Uratex. 17 all, kick out. Pardo, 4 seconds remaining. Crossover, gets stripped. Braga is 4-3, no good. And that will end our wild first quarter of action. We are tied 17 all. Ateneo, Uratex battling out here in our third game. We'll return in just a bit. Only here, but we take a look at the highlights first ng ating ball game. We got Mike Harry Zuzu opening things up with a throwdown here. And Uratex, for the most part, nakikipagsabayan dito, Coach Putit.
Yeah, I think Ateneo just feeling them out din, itong Uratex. But Uratex, very smart. They know na ang limitation sila right now is yung fatigue, yung stamina. That's they're playing a slow game. But they pick they choose the opportunities to run. Like ito si Bragais, alam naman natin, anytime he has chance to run, he will.
17 all, second quarter in just a bit when we return.
We've reached the end of the first quarter and 3 points into the game. Coach Tab was already visibly riled up, especially with the dunk showdown that happened between the two teams right after. This is Ateneo's first time to actually join Asiabasket, so they're still feeling things out, but they were actually supposed to join in the last Asiabasket Malaysia Invitationals earlier this year. But they were supposed to do it because of scheduling conflicts. This time, they were grateful and looking forward to play against a diverse roster of semi-pro, veterans, and collegiate teams to challenge them along the way. Ken and Coach Petit.
Thank you, Amira. Alam mo, Coach Putit, pag tayo mga basketball fans, pagdakda ka na ganyan, masaya tayo. But if you're the coach, you're certainly not happy here in the first quarter.
And I'm sure ito si Coach Baldwin, he knows he has an advantage. Players are younger, more cohesive, no, magkatagal na magkakasama, well-conditioned, and then makikita mo first quarter, 17 all, nakakasabay lang yung Uratex sa kanila. And actually, Ateneo falling into a lot of bad shots and turnovers.
And so far, itong Uratex talagang tinatakbuhan sila dito. Fast break points. They actually have the edge, 5-0. As Gotladera pops out. Guarded by Amos.
And Gotladera rin, another player ng Ateneo.
And they find a backdooring Bam Bam Gamalinda scoring his 6th point.
Well, if there's one thing going well for Uratex, of course, because of their age, yung experience, nakikita mo yung mga smart decision making, mga hindi mo alam na kaya palang ipasa yon.
Espinosa. Kick out pass. Amos. Second attempt at the 3. Still no go. Obasa gets whacked by Fonso Gotladera.
And syempre, pag medyo may edad yung kalaban mo, makakaramdam ka talaga ng bangga, ng hampas, kasi hindi makakasabay sa athleticism ng bata eh.
Oh, if you're Coach Tab, you're not gonna be happy with that inbounds pass there.
And you know what? They have to be sharp because they are looking forward to bigger things outside itong Asiabasket. So it does not cut it for Coach Baldwin kung gaganto ang laro nila.
Meanwhile, Bragais, kick out pass, Gamalinda. Oh, nice drop off at the last second. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Bragais, and they will run out of clock here. That shot will not count.
Interesting na hindi nila alam, di sila aware, mga veterano to, no? So parang, well, even the best of them, di ba? They can make mistakes as well.
But they still up here by 2 points, 19-17. 8 and 18 left in the second quarter. Espinosa. Amos pops out for 3. That's good.
That's the shot Amos is famous for. Kaya tingnan natin kung marami pa siyang maititirang ganun.
Meanwhile, Credo sending that shot away. Jason Credo, one of the guys na dapat asahan dito.
Let's see if tong Uratex will go back to their zone defense. Kasi si Amos nasa loob ng court. Alam naman, notable 3-point shooter ng Ateneo yan.
Pardo drives. And it's a goaltending violation. Obasa, meanwhile, a bit struggling here. But take a look once again at that attempt at that shot block. But yun nga, goaltending, Coach Putit.
Actually, if you're a guard and you see na medyo potential shot blocker talaga yung kalaban mo, hindi mo na gagamitin yung board eh. Ilagay mo kaagad sa harap ng ring. Usually, mag-goaltend yun pag blinak pa eh.
So actually, that was really a smart play galing dito kay Pardo. Meanwhile, Ateneo trailing by a point. Credo, shot clock winding down. Pulls up from Frey. Hits nothing but board there. And yun nga, shot clock violation kontra dito sa Blue Eagles.
Very uncharacteristic of Ateneo to be missing a lot of threes early in the ballgame.
And a timeout on the floor. Uratex up by 1, 21-20. Back with us here for the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. Ken Pangilinan, kasama nyo pa rin si Coach Potit de Vera and Coach so far Ateneo. Really struggling on offense, 4 out of 16 from 3-point country. And so far, Uratex with a 1-point lead, 21-20.
Yan ang maganda sa Uratex mga veterano. Hindi mo alam, itong Ateneo is already playing actually the trap na sinet ng Uratex. No? They're playing the game of Uratex and not the other way around.
Kanina nga, pinag-uusapan natin as an offensive foul against Ola Adiogon that Ateneo was trying to succumb itong Uratex into their pace, but so far, the case is the other way around.
The other way around, but ang medyo glaring lang rito is itong Ateneo missing a lot of threes, falling into a lot of turnovers, but it's just a 1-point lead by Uratex. So not out of the woods itong Uratex.
Bongo, pull up from mid-range. That's short. Adiogon and Mike Harry, pinagsabay na ulit. Coach Melo Lim. Pardo at the right flank being guarded by Espinosa. Bargais with a pick. 12 seconds on shot clock, third over. That's their 7th of the ball game. Credo streaks inside and gets fouled. Pagkakataon for a 3-point play.
I can see here si Pardo could get up so high, but Credo enjoying a height advantage. At saka ahead na siya. Ganda ng pasa ni Espinosa for that end one.
Full head of steam para dito kay Jason Credo and a chance to add on to their lead. 22-21 is our score. Ateneo with a 1-point lead. 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter.
Another guy na would you think na parang baguhan sa Ateneo lineup but has been in the program for a long time. Itong guy on the line, si Credo. And maybe this might be his chance to really give great significant contributions sa season ng Ateneo. Tingnan natin. And it starts with this Asiabasket stint.
Gives Ateneo a 2-point lead. At Diogo na nagbaba dito against Gio Chu. Hands it off to Pardo, guarded by Espinosa. Mike Harry offering a pick. He gets the ball against Amos. 6 seconds sa kanila shot clock. Atake sa loob. Gamalinda, fadeaway jumper.
Yan mo shades of Tima, kitang-kita, di ba? Yung mga pull-up jumper niyang pa-fadeaway. And that's going to be a problem for Ateneo because they have never defended a guy sa UAAP na may skill set na katulad ni Bam Bam Gamalinda.
And sa mano pa dyan yung experience niya. Bam Bam Gamalinda. But meanwhile, Ateneo, again, retaking the lead. 25-23. Bargais, naagawan dito ni Credo. Against Zozo. Oh, a smart play. Galing dito kay Jason Credo.
That Pinoy step will always pull a shot blocker with that first fake. Kita natin. Nakita na ni Credo Abangan na. Pinoy fake, Pinoy step, end one. Oh, actually, end one. No, end one. Move off the game by Credo.
And that was our Bola TV move of the game. Timeout muna tayo. Magbabalik po kami. Well, it's Ateneo now with a 4-point lead, 27-23, 5 and 49 left in the second quarter. And Uratex has hit a snag on their offense so far, Coach Putit.
Well, they've got their number, itong Ateneo, because they're gonna play the long game. And ang Uratex, nakabulusok. Now, it's again, the ability of Uratex to sustain, kung kaya nila. And for Ateneo, they just have to keep on pounding until the very last second of this ball game. At matira matibay. Yan ang kanilang approach, itong Blue Eagles.
Bam Bam Gamalinda leading the way with 8 points. It's a 4-point lead, 27-23. Adiogun hands it off to Martihil. Zuzu pops out. Gamalinda posting up inside against Kitevis. Fadeaway jumper still going para dito kay Bam Bam.
Ay, sabi natin, it's like Michael Jordan in his dulo na ng career niya. Kaya pa rin yung scorean off a perimeter post-up like a Kobe Bryant. So Gambam Gamalinda taking the Blue Eagle defenders to school.
First guy in double figures with 10. And a turnover here. Zuzu with a running start against Credo. Mintes. Kiteves comes out of the pack. Halfway point of the second quarter. Credo for free. Knocks it down.
At least sasabi natin, umiinit, tumatagal ang laro. Lalong gumagaling ang Ateneo. Now, nakikita natin Uratex has to find ways to score and makasabay pa rin dito sa scoring spree ng Ateneo.
5-point lead for the Blue Eagles. Gamalinda trying to power his way against Kiteves. Kicks it out. They swing it to Salamat. Drives inside and draws a foul. You see here, Bam Bam Gamalinda. Walang problema doon. Easy lang. But on the other end, a free-point shot galing dito ay Jason Credo. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. And Coach Eric Salamat, alam naman natin, a disciple of Coach Norman Black.
He knows how to win and very smart player, very skilled. But that was in his prime. So tingnan natin what he can contribute. Kanina he went down with something sa thigh niya. At least nakabalik na siya rito. So now you could see with Eric Salamat's presence, I'm sure the backcourt ng Uratex will be smarter but will be slower also. Lacking in athleticism. Baka atakihin yon dito ng Ateneo.
Tignan natin, but so far, they've been keeping in step for the most part itong Uratex. Only down by 4, 30-26. Credo with another 3-point attempt. This time malakas and hindi nagkaintindihan doon si Salamat and si Martihil.
Akala yata ni Martihil, si Eric Salamat of old to, na pag binato, kaya niyang i-outrun lahat. Nakalimot si Martihil doon. But yeah, yun ang kailangan lang maasikaso ng Uratex to take care of every opportunity because every defensive play na gawin dito ng Uratex, siguradong paghihirapan nila.
Yun na nga'y sinasabi ni Bam Bam Gamalinda as he was checking out, trying to settle down his troops. Gomez swings it. Credo. Salamat trying to go for the steal. And here he is trying to leak out. But good transition defense by Ateneo. Under 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
This might be something na pwedeng gawin tuloy-tuloy ng Ateneo. Now they're pressuring the ball handlers but at the same time denying the passers. Kampante yung Ateneo, hindi naman tayo tatalunin on the ball dribble, off the dribble moves ng mga guards ngayon dahil si Bragais lang naman so far ang nagpakitang kaya yon. So kita mo may pressure sa bola, more defenders na nagdi-deny ng mga receivers ng Uratex.
Well, Salamat could do that in his heyday but so far has been really struggling. Meanwhile, Adiogun challenging itong depensa na Gio Chu. 3.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Gutierrez. They send it to Chu on the elbow. Gets stripped by Martihil. Rosaga stinking free. No good. And battle for the loose ball, Uratex with another possession here. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Ateneo still with a 4-point lead. And foul against, I believe that's Balungay.
Ay, kita mo very efficient yung tinatakbo offense ng Uratex. Picking their spots, nahanap nila yung mga imports nila inside muna, no, habang nagpapahinga ibang guards sa labas. And they have that advantage. Ang problem lang, they have to do a good job defensively also dahil tinatakbuhan na sila rito ng Ateneo.
Which is a bit of a surprise given na iba-iba yung pinanggalingan itong mga players na to. Although, most of them, yung mga naging champion sa Ateneo, you've got Eric Salamat, and then you've got guys like Adiogun, Bam Bam Gamalinda naman sa San Beda. And hindi pa natin nakikita dyan, Vic Epres, former UP Fighting Maroon.
At saka si Ira Buico.
Oo.
And then may Carlo Balmaceda pa, no, for Ateneo.
Kumbaga, 10 years ago, loaded to eh. Masasabi natin eh, di ba?
Ikaw yun, wala akong sinabi ha. Guys ha, si Kenyan ha.
But still, they're showing
Balikan tayo
na,
ni Eric yan mamaya.
na naman natin si Eric Salamat off the court.
Good sport, good sport.
Oo.
Di napipikon. Inunahan na
Yung
eh.
kalaban yung napipikon sa kanya, di ba? But meanwhile, Ateneo trying to execute their offense here. Garcia guarded by Rosagas. Drives, pulls up, long two. And Balungay trying to get them another possession, but Salamat retrieves the basketball here. Takes the three. Missing everything. And mukhang may unsportsmanlike foul.
Well, that's the thing, no? Pag veterano kalaban mo ngayon, biglang may mga unwarranted na extra motion si Eric Salamat, uncalled for. Parang siya pa ang galit. Diba? Yun yung di mo gusto eh. Ang ganda ng dinipensa ni Gomez doon eh. Wala namang siyang ginagawa, blang boom. Parang bakit? Diba? Yun yung dapat lang talaga mawala sa basketball. Especially kung may edad ka na. Diba? Tapos ikaw pa magagalit. Parang siya pa yung naisahan eh. Diba? Okay ito.
Pinag-usapan kasi natin, Coach.
Oh, yeah, susiyan tuloy ako. Eric talaga, oh. Nananahimik na ako rito eh. Diba?
But you know, go ahead, Coach.
No, there's no point doing that. Extending that elbow. No, kasi wala namang ginagawa si Gomez. And he was just going down on offense already. Wala naman eh. Oh. Bilang, eto, oh, pabaon muna kay Kuya. Diba? Ganyan ang ginawa ni Eric doon. Tapos nataas yung kamay niya, walang ginawa. I really get entertained when players do that eh. Yung biglang doing one thing and then biglang aalma na parang walang ginawa, inosente. You don't need that in basketball.
And which is a bit surprising dahil former Ateneo Blue Eagle, ito si Eric Salamat, but lumalabas yung competitive fire eh. Walang Ateneo eh.
Oh. Parang ano ngayon kung natatapikan ka, hindi ka naman kailangan manadyang maglabas ng siko, di ba? Para namang babayaran nyo yung mga pa-hospital na mga yan pag may nangyari. Hindi naman, di ba? Something that I think that players na nanonood ngayon sa atin, they should be wary of how they carry themselves on the court as well. Diba? Okay, kasi yung totoo naman yung talo pikon, no? Ayaw mo yun eh. Ayaw mo yun.
Well, there's still 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first half. Ateneo with a 4-point lead. In the first 2 games, relatively, wala masyadong skirmishes. And on our opening day, I believe this is the first one so far. And ironically, it's between a current Blue Eagle against a former Blue Eagle at that. And our referee is trying to check out the angles here. Talagang nire-review nila ng maigi. Take a look once again.
I really don't see why Eric Salam had to react that way. Wala namang ginawa. I don't see anything na ginawa ni Gomez. Whispered sweet nothings? I don't know. Diba?
At ayan na nga.
First one like foul.
So it's an unsportsmanlike foul against Eric Salamat. And referees still trying to sort things out here.
Well, you know, at least, di ba? Mainit ang panimula ng larong to kasi mamayang alas 7. Mas mainit yun. No? Abangan nyo yun. Yung San Beda versus Letran.
Ang aga nga dumating ng bubble squad nitong Litran. Nasa loob with the drums.
Patay tayo mamaya. Pero alam mo, speaking of worldwide imports, world imports kanina, no? Pag-usapan natin. Umaabot yung Asiabasket sa Milan, Italy. Yeah, yung ating kaibigan na si Coach Triple Junard, watching from Milan, Italy, nag-message sa atin, Coach, kayo ba yung nagko-cover ngayon ng Ateneo? Yes, sir. Pasabi, nanonood siya. Umaabot ang Bola TV sa Milan, Italy.
Yun naman pala, maraming salamat sa mga nanonood sa atin live on Facebook, on YouTube.
So may comment section, pwede, di ba?
Oo, pwede.
Paglagay kayo ng comments, tignan nyo. Paglagay nyo comments kung how we are doing, no? Pag pangit yung comment, erase ko lang naman agad yan, delete ko lang naman. Walang problema yon. But if you're Coach Tab Baldwin and for Ateneo, medyo may inis ka rin sa mga bata mo eh. Because parang binababa nila yung level nila na alam na mo na kaya nilang iwanan na kagad to sa unang bulusok pa lang. But for some reason, Ateneo, medyo medya lang ang linalaro rin nila ngayon.
And actually, we have a lot of comments and 1,000 viewers at least here
diba?
on our live stream. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga manonood. And right now, we're seeing a tight contest so far. Only a 4-point lead. Ateneo up 30-26.
Technical sa blue. Better din ba yung pag-review?
So, a referee is asking a review dahil looks like may chine-check sila against Ateneo. Dahil I think that was Sean Kitevis na nakabanggaan.
Hindi kasi nga, siyempre, protection na niya yung kakampi niya. Di ba?
Oo.
Itong si... Buti lang, hindi tayo technical committee. Hindi natin trabaho yan.
And that's such a thankless job.
Baka sa atin magalit yung mga players. Well, sa'yo lang. Hindi
Oh, wait.
Oh? Who?
So I believe, if I heard it correctly, kanina kasi yun nga, unsportsmanlike foul dun sa kanyang supposedly elbow, and then nung nagkaabot sila, si Eric Salamat at ito si Sean Kitevis, may double technical foul.
Yeah.
But since yun nga, may unsportsmanlike foul and technical foul, si Eric Salamat, he is out of the ball game.
But you know, I like that message. You know? I like that message by Asiabasket na gagawa ka ng ganyan, isip-isip ka, baka matanggal ka sa laro. Which will actually, di ba, matatanggal dun yung, yung intentions ng mga ibang teams, mga ibang players sa mga susunod na laro. At least nagawa na kagad ng rito, ng nag-bless pa, di ba? Pero usually, pag tinanggal mo sa playing court ang isang player, hindi pwedeng dumikit sa kabilang bench yan. Di ba? Eto, nagmano pa sa mga coaches.
Of course, assisted by Coach Gino Afable, Coach Tab Baldwin at the helm. And ito, balik na tayo sa aksyon. Garcia nagpakawala agad ng 3. Palungay skying high and gets them another possession. Garcia swings it. Palungay at the right corner. Top of the key. Good ball movement and Gab Gomez cutting inside plus a foul.
The one way to beat the zone is really to move the ball around, inside and outside, and then inside again. Very good cut. Ganda nung timing ng cut ni Gomez doon. Great pass by Amos. From the inside to the inside cutter.
And ang maganda naman, if you're Gab Gomez, despite the fact na, yun nga, tinamaan siya doon ng wayward elbow, responding well and completes a 3-point play. Biggest lead so far with under 2 minutes remaining, 34-26.
See here, Ateneo, nakaamoy na ng dugo. Full court press na. Eto yun, nakaagaw kagad.
Gitevis, Paul Garcia, breaking that free. And bola babalik sa panig ng Uratex.
And now Coach Baldwin calling for another full court press, yung kanyang 2-2-1. At naagaw na naman.
Garcia powering his way. No go. And 3 blue shirts inside. Balungay with a cleanup.
Ang laki ng second line doon sa trap ng Ateneo, Amos and Balungay. So mahirap ang taglang pumasa eh.
Rosagas escapes that pressure D. Kamalinda, a picture of composure inside.
Smooth operator, no? Kita mo, atake sa gitna, spin move, pull up, no sweat for Bam Bam.
1:12 remaining in the second quarter. Balungay goes to Gomez. Amos cutting back door.
Well, you can see, no, nakazona Uratex, pero very complacent din yung depensa nila. No aggressiveness whatsoever. Kaya madali rin nagpapasahan itong Ateneo.
Ragais penetrating, kicks it out. And Rosagas called for a traveling violation.
Sayang kasi libre na siya eh. Kaso ang laki rin nung
Oo.
sumabay sa kanya. Which caused him ito. Bam Bam with the middle, then spin to the baseline. Smooth as butter. Bam Bam Kamalinda.
Bam Bam so far 12 points. Leading the way off the bench para dito sa Uratex. Pero Ateneo now enjoying their first double-digit lead as Gomez fires from free.
And now, Ateneo slowly pulling away dito sa Uratex. The long game for Ateneo in full effect.
Kanina dikit lang tayo, but Ateneo with a late run here in the second quarter. Marte Hill trying to answer back. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. 32 seconds remaining. Blue Eagles. Balungay! Oh!
Eric, salamat. Nagsisisi na nasindihan ng mitsa rito ng Ateneo.
This is now a 15-point cushion para dito sa Ateneo.
Well, for Uratex, una-una, hindi sila makatawid. They have to cross that half line so that they have a chance to score. Ganun kasimple.
They kick it out, Rosagas. And Garcia with a running start and goes all the way for the fast break layup. Bragais trying to end this on a high note. Almost on that half-court heave. And that will end the first half. Ateneo surging ahead here. They're up by 17, 45-28. And after that skirmish, talagang nagtuloy-tuloy na itong Blue Eagles, Coach Putit.
Yeah, I think it really helped na nagkaroon ng konting eksena doon, no? Si Eric, salamat. So that's why it's very important na itong Ateneo ngayon, nasindihan yung namitsahan yung kanilang apoy, kaya umatake, full court press. And we've been talking about this sa start ng ball game. Lamang ng Ateneo rito yung speed nila and they put it together there on their defense.
Well, it's halftime here, 45-28. Magbabalik po kami.
Jenny. Sound check. Okay, so Jenny May Borja, are you here? Okay, wala si Jenny May. Come on, we're gonna get more until we have a winner. Next winner is Warren Magada. Warren Magada, are you here? Warren Magada, Warren Magada. In 5, 4, 3, 2, baka nag-dinner mo na sila. Okay, sayang naman because of course, they're missing out a lot here. Okay, so please open that one. Let's see. Okay, ito, feeling ko nandito na siya. Keisha Ortega. I think Keisha's here. Keisha Ortega. Keisha Ortega, are you here? Are you Keisha Ortega, sir? Oh, he's not Keisha Ortega. Okay. Keisha Ortega. Wala pa rin. Ako, sayang naman. We're giving a 500 pesos gift card courtesy of Bola.tv. Sa'yo na lang, sir? Sa'yo na lang. Itatagalog ko pala, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so we have...
Basketball Republic.
Alright. Basketball Republic. Put up your hands. This is Basketball Republic. Basketball Republic. Are you here? Basketball Republic, are you here? Wala pa din. Uy, sayang naman. Basketball Republic, pag wala pa to ng 2 more, we're gonna add this to the next game. So for the next game, dalawa pamimigay natin kung wala pa rin. This is Shankar Chandumals, if I know if I got that correct. Chandar? Is that you? Chandar. All right, sir, there he goes. Chandar's here. So, okay, so I believe Chandar is here already. So Chandar, good evening. Congratulations. A quick photo, sir. Photo up before we go. All right, there you have it. Thank you very much. This is Bola.tv halftime show. And of course, when we get to return, more Asia basketball. And of course, game analysis brought to you by the 2023 Bola.tv Asia Basket Las Piñas Championship. See you.
Thank you.
Back with us here at the Villar Coliseum for the 2023 Asia Basket Las Piñas Championship. And at the half, Ateneo up 45-28 against the Uratex. The sleep specialist, Ken Pangilinan, kasama si Coach Puti Tevera. Coach, Ateneo made a late run, a 14-2 run after that skirmish late in the second quarter to close this round out, and they're up by 17.
Yeah, Uratex was in a great position to stand toe-to-toe dito with Ateneo. But unfortunately for Uratex, nagkaroon ng konting skirmish doon with Eric Salamat. He really just lighted a fire dito with Ateneo with that full court 2-1 press, which really did it and pulled away itong Ateneo.
Yun nga, lamang lang ang Ateneo by 5 points, 31-26 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left when that happened. And they outscored itong Uratex by 12 to close this half. And lamang nga sila dito, 45-28. But good news for Uratex, Bam Gamalinda so far off the bench, 12 points. But they have to really find more ways to score if you're itong Uratex.
Yeah, you have to really utilize your bench para sa Uratex because again, it's going to be a long game for them because Ateneo, younger, more explosive, more cohesive.
Meanwhile, we have Amira Almamari with the report. Amira?
Yes, we have reached the end of the second quarter with the third coming close by, and back for the first time on the court is Bam Gamalinda, who showed up and stepped up despite having an ACL injury. In fact, he was only released this morning. So scoring 12 big points for the sleep specialists, he became the silver lining of the team this quarter. He hopes to get back on his timing, his play, and have a good game against the reigning UAAP champions. Ken and Coach Petit.
Thank you, Amira. Coach, kinausap nga one of the assistants of Uratex. Nakikita natin first half, parang hindi naman halatang galing sa injury to, di ba?
Kita ko, akala ko nga talaga medyo nagtitipid lang kasi nga feeling niya dadami yung minuto niya as the game progresses. But now, you can see that the Ateneo Blue Eagles sa bench nila. Kita natin na pinag-uusapan yung kanilang plan of attack. Question now for Uratex, pag pinaghandaan ba nila nung halftime itong mga posibleng gawin ng Ateneo? Full court press zone, but more importantly yung man-to-man full court pressure na merong trapping from behind. Yun ang kailangan abangan dito at paghandaan ng Uratex. Uratex has this chance, but they just have to put it together consistently until the end of the ball game if they want to make a ball game out of tonight's matchup with Ateneo.
And Coach, you mentioned yung points of turnovers nitong Ateneo. Samantala, on the side naman of Uratex, medyo in-expect naman natin to because they've got two guys who really play inside. Yung dalawang import nila, si Mike Harry and Ola Adiogun. So far, firing blanks from deep, 0 out of 8 sa kanilang 3-point shooting. And Coach, parang wala tayong nakikita. Siguro pinaka-bet na nila. Best bet from the outside is Bam Bam Gamalinda. As we open up the third quarter here, Chris Kuhn being guarded by Gamalinda. Balungay pops out. A miss. Lazaro with an offensive rebound. Kasama nila ngayon, ito si James Brown and Joseph Obasa. Balungay drives. Obasa gets fouled and one.
Nakikita mo, Ateneo, very fluid. Not milking the shot clock do sa possession nila. Just waiting for Uratex to stop playing defense. At yun ang mga posibleng gawin nga nito ng Ateneo, just to continue to run their offense until the end of the shot clock. Yun ang hinihintay dito ng Ateneo. Let's see if Uratex will be able to adjust.
Ateneo in the midst of a 21-3 run after that free throw. This is now a 20-point lead. Samantala, sa panig naman ng Uratex, you got Marte Hill, Jenmar Bargais, Bam Bam Gamalinda, Mike Harizuzu, and Ola Adiogun. Adiogun.
And you can see, nakita mo, medyo nag-step up pa rito yung pressure ng Ateneo sa ball handlers and receivers, no? Against smelling blood, etong Ateneo.
But Bam Bam Gamalinda, a bright spot para dito sa mga naputi. Now with 14 points, but still an 18-point lead. Brown, top of the key. Lazaro against Gamalinda. 10 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Zuzu guarding Balungay. Obasa inside against Adiogun. The hook shot is a miss.
Pero nakita mo, talagang they're just really looking for their shot at the end of the shot clock, forcing the defense to really work hard. And tingnan natin if this will fall into the favor of Ateneo.
Bargais having trouble with the leather. Marte Hill. And that will result to a backcourt violation.
At doon nararamdaman mo, no? Nararamdaman ng Uratex yung diin ng pressure ng Ateneo defense, and that's why they're now succumbing to these turnovers. How can Uratex take care of the ball better with this pressure defense sa Ateneo? I think it lies with Bargais to start it off.
Shot clock down to 6 seconds. Sa loob, Balungay. Adiogun with a good challenge, but a follow-up jam galing dito kay Joseph Obasa.
But you can see, Uratex actually playing good defense. Nagmimintis ang Ateneo. The problem for Uratex, they're not able to finish the defense with the rebound. Ateneo getting those offensive rebounds easily.
Kanina pa yan, actually first quarter pa lang. That has been a problem for them. Gamalinda at the right flank, 6 seconds to work with. Fadeaway jumper again.
Wala lang. Ganun lang, di ba? Unti atras-atras, step back a bit. Just a little window to put that to bring that ball up for his shot, no? Kaya sure ball kay Bam Bam Gamalinda yon.
So smooth. Already with 16. Obasa inside. Kick out pass. Balungay for free. Knocks it down.
There's really a series of cuts, screens. They just do enough of that throughout that possession. Things will open up for them.
7th three-pointer for the Blue Eagles as Zuzu, Mike Harry cutting in. Approaching the 7-minute mark of the third quarter.
Interesting enough, ngayon lang nakatanggap si Mike Harry sa loob and able to take a shot. I mean, he's one of the best players ng team nila. I hope na makatira pa siya mas maraming beses.
Only his 4th point. 6 seconds sa shot clock ng Ateneo. Lazaro fadeaway jumper. Rebound by Mike Harry.
Yeah, and Mike Harry is one of the more athletic players ng Uratex. I think they have to get him more involved sa offense so that things get going for Uratex this third quarter.
He gets the ball here. Oh, good pass. Bragais with a left-handed reverse.
Bragais, ito si Mike Harry, Bam Bam Gamalinda. They're in good hands. They just need to work on their defense right now kasi dyan sila napapatay ngayon ng Ateneo.
And right now, really trying to play to their strengths. As Balungay pops out. Hand off to Kun. Back to Kai. This time, unable to convert.
Let's see, Ola, medyo umaangal na marami ng pushing daw na nagaganap na hindi natatawag.
Mike Harry again. Oh, missing that jam. And this is a 5-on-2 break. And a good foul by Bragais.
Well, Mike Harry felt like na-finaul siya doon eh. On this dunk, kita mo, ayun, no, si Lazaro and then si Kun bumangga, waiting for a foul pero hindi nangyari. So, but Mike Harry and Uratex, they have to focus back and get themselves back in the ball game.
Gotladera, papaltan muna. Ito si Ola Adiogon, who's really not happy at the bench. His team down by 17, 53-36. Another offensive rebound for the Blue Eagles. James Brown, three-pointer, drills it.
I imagine nung first half, itong Ateneo, 13 offensive rebounds laban sa 8 ng Uratex. Kaya nangingibabaw dito ang Ateneo when it comes to this offensive rebounding.
Jared Brown. Oh, the in and out. The floater doesn't drop. Chris Kuhn again, giving them another crack at it.
Gotladera got away with hooking itong arm ni Obasa.
Balungay. Mintes. Gotladera with a running start. Jared Brown trying to steal that ball. Bragais against Kuhn. Gotladera offering a pick. Rejects the screen, drops it off. Mike Harry trying to control it, and he gets whacked on his way up.
I like the composure na pinapakita ni Mike Harry. Even though he feels like nakakahampas na ng marami ang Ateneo sa kanya, yung composure niya na doon, hindi siya nagwawala, hindi nagagalit, focus on the task at hand. Yan ang kailangan ng Uratex from Mike Harry.
Mike Harry played with CJ Perez, the Marcelino twins, and led itong LPU to 2 finals appearances, although they lost to San Beda both times, knocking down that first free throw.
For Ateneo, I think they just continue to do what they're doing. Kasi I think it's the right idea, no? Pinapatrabaho mo yung Uratex defensively and then just continue to run. For Uratex, they just really have to respond sa binabato, kada bato dito ng Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Well, malayo-layo pa ang hahabulin nila dito. Still an 18-point lead. Time down to 4 minutes and 36 seconds in the third. Balungay inside. And bola babalik sa panig ng Uratex.
Well, that's a great start for Uratex. At least a good stop. Now, can they convert sa possession nila? That's another thing.
And so far, hasn't hit a three-pointer. Talking about tong Uratex. Pardo inside, being harassed by Jared Brown. Zuzu. 8 seconds sa kanya shot clock. Gamalinda, the high point man for Uratex. 1 second left. And that shot clanks off the rim. But fresh 14 para dito sa Uratex. Oh, an interception. Chris Kuhn sky high for the one-handed jam.
And you can't afford to throw away the ball if you're Uratex. Kasi ang laki pa ng hahabulin mo. Ngayon, 20 pa ang lamang. Sana lang makuha, na-figure out ng Uratex how to get back in this ball game.
Bragais striding and gliding inside. Pero ang bilis agad ng palit ng Ateneo. Kuhn, wala, but Obasa with a cleanup.
It's gonna be very hard for Uratex to see Mike Harry nasa backcourt pa habang umaatake ng Ateneo because nobody else could help really control the board except Mike Harry.
Here he is. Takes a free. No go. 3 and 23 left in the third. Gotladera. Naagaw na naman. Jared Brown. No look pass. Obasa! Oh! This has been throwdown after throwdown for both squads here.
Ang ganda nung fake look doon ni Brown to wide open Obasa.
And another steal. Ateneo really clamping down on defense.
I think it's high time for Uratex to use some of their other players sa bench. No, if they won't be able to catch up, at least give the other guys a chance. Malay mo, yung pala yung magic balasa, magic bunot for Uratex.
Mike Harris sa loob, gets fouled, and that will count.
I like the composure. Kita mo kahit ganyan na yung lamang, medyo blown out of proportions at this point. Pero on that foul, focus. Kita mo how focused Mike Harris was to make that basket after the contact without any flair, without any burst of emotions. Nasa free throw line siya for an end one opportunity.
Well, ito si Mike Harris so far, only 8 points. This guy averaged a double-double naaraang Asiabasket in Kuala Lumpur. Almost 20 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 2 steals. Missing on that free throw though.
Binati mo kasi. Ano naman tayo rito pag binabati yung free throw shooter eh.
Gomez against Rosagas. Takes the 3, wala. Gamalinda against Bongo. 2:20 left in the third. Pardo against Chris Coon. 10 seconds sa kanya shot clock. Zozo spins. Gets denied by Balungay, but second trip is successful.
I think one thing Uratex has to do is really get the ball to Mike Harris. Yun muna ang kanilang objective, priority.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Balungay. No. 18-point lead. But Uratex trying to speed things up here. Gamalinda gets swatted. And immediately checks on Bongo. And a timeout on the floor. 62-44. As we take a look at that Bola.tv assist of the game. And the throwdown. Galing dito ay Joseph Obasa. And it's an 18-point lead. 62-44. One minute and 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Ken Pangilinan, Coach Potit De Vera, and Ateneo in command. Still 62-44.
But if you're Ateneo, there were instances defensively na naiisahan pa rin sila ng Uratex. If you're Ateneo, you would want to clamp down on defense even more. For Uratex, they just need to figure out how to get the ball to Mike Harris first, and then Bam Gamalinda second. And when everything else fails, ibigay mo kay Jenmar Bargais to create off the dribble.
That Rosagas 3 is no good at Diogon with offensive rebound. Tough shot, but it's in.
So kung imagine mo, the only center na meron ngayon ng Ateneo sa loob, si Gio Chu, who really hasn't shown na kaya niyang makipagbanggaan, makipagbirahan dito sa mga stronger opponents niya. He has a hard time defending these stronger bigs.
Well, Paul Garcia with his first three-pointer. Now it's a 19-point lead for the blue and white. Pardo, guarded by Garcia, hands it off. Mike Harris sa loob kay Adiogon against Gio Chu. Wala na tayong 1 minutong nalalabi sa ating pangutlong ito. Gab Gomez onto the front court. Goes to Credo. Back to Gab against Rosagas. Amos offering a pick. Now he pops inside.
Alam mo yun, parang nakakainis yung Ateneo kasi parang sobrang simple yung laro. They're just moving the ball around, hitting the open guy, and that open guy, wala lang arte, tira lang. And that's very effective for Ateneo.
Meanwhile, Adiogon called for an offensive foul. That elbow hitting ito si Gio Chu.
Well, nabigla ron. Oh, he has a point there. Unang-una, was not a hard of a hit to cause Gio Chu to fall down like that. Di ba? So, yung mga ganung bagay ba na baka no, na, sana nakita ng referees in a better light.
Credo from the left, nailing that three.
Ayun, nakita natin. Uratex na naghugot na. Pumasok na from off the bench. Two players. Una si Ira Buico, number 10. A tough big man coming from UP. And they got this other guy. Hindi ko makita. Sino to number?
Si Pasco, JM Pasco inside for Uratex. So two new faces.
Malay mo, di ba? Yun naman ang hoping ang Uratex. Baka ito yung hugot na magpadikit sa kanila sa laro.
And well, the third quarter comes to an end. Ateneo up by 24 points, 70 to 46. Uratex still searching for answers here as we take a look at the highlights here, Coach Putit.
Kasi really, Uratex has been playing good defense. Ang problem, they're not able to finish the defense with the rebound. Kaya naiisaan sila doon. And then these steals na nakuha ng Ateneo from the ball movement ng Uratex really did it. And dug a deep hole for Uratex even more. Now you're faced with a 23-point lead. 24-point lead dito.
And it's 70-46, fourth quarter when we return.
Ateneo got their groove and is slowly widening the gap, and Coach Tab shows a calmer demeanor and is seemingly happier than the earlier quarters. All of the players got their playing minutes in, but Bongo is shouldering a cut on his chin, and I will have to check on that later if he will be able to play in the later quarters. Ken, Coach Petit?
Thank you, Amira. Ikaw ba, Coach? Napansin mo ba si Coach Tab na nagbago yung demeanor here?
Kaya kakagulat nga. Dahil kasi parang, I mean, he feels like they should be able to play even better. But they haven't. But right now, no, nabawi naman niya. Alam mo, hindi lang naman players ang may pinapractice eh. Even the coaches are practicing some of how they carry themselves, yung demeanor nila.
Meanwhile, Mike Harry opens up the scoring here for Uratex, but still a 22-point hole. They have to climb out. Pardo, Mike Harry, sumugod, gets fouled.
Again, that's what we want. If you're Uratex, give the ball to Mike Harry first. Tingnan natin what he can do. Andito naman, running the break. The lone guy for Uratex who can play the big position and still run like a guard at this point in his career. Like Mike Harry just has to make those free throws. Boarding pa talaga ang binigay.
Sadya kaya yun?
Ang lakas ang lakas talaga eh.
So far, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists.
Parang mas maganda, linakasan na nga lang niya. Para boarding na shoot ulit eh.
But still, a 21-point lead para dito sa Ateneo. Gomez. They swing it. Garcia locates Ju inside. And Gab with a three. Nails it.
Just really basic ball movement. Left to right, up and down, inside and out. Eventually, you'll get an open shot. It's just a matter of you making those open shots.
Rosagas, the quick trigger. Malakas. Zuzu at the elbow. Trying to locate Buiko. Uy, sinuwerte pa doon si JM Pasco.
Lefty pa, no? Running shot. Yan ang mga mahirap bantayan talaga actually, yung mga running shots.
Credo wide open. Unable to convert, but Gio Chu with a cleanup.
Again, Ateneo just showing their dominance over Uratex when it comes to the offensive rebounding. Something na Uratex has to figure out. Not like against Ateneo. In their next games, they have to figure that one out.
They still have at least 3 more games after this one. And madadagdagan pa yan if they go beyond. Dahil nga, semis tayo agad after the group stage.
Of course, at this early point of the tournament, if you're Uratex, you would want to win the games that it's possible to win talaga. No? And then get better throughout the tournament so that when it comes to those games na may chance ka manalo, you close it out well.
And right now, they are staring at a 27-point lead, 78-51. Mike Harry inside, count it, plus a foul.
Well, that's the thing for Uratex. Kanina pa nila na ibibigay ang bola. And, sorry, rather, anytime they get the ball to Mike Harry inside, good things happen. The question is, ba't hindi parating binibigay? So that's where the problem lies for Uratex.
And usually, 1-2 dribbles, no problem. Dito kay Mike Harry, especially here in the second half. As Genmar Gagais returns para dito sa the sleep specialist, the Foam City. As Mike Harry completes the 3-point play. 78-54. Approaching 7.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Gio Chu, the left block. Amos with a pick. They go to Paul Garcia, penetrates. 6 seconds sa kanila shot clock. Espinosa, Amos, 3-pointer, drills it.
Imagine mo for Uratex, you did a great job defending the offense. Naggalaw ng galaw for Ateneo for the first 22 seconds. And then bilang bibitaw ko sa 2 seconds na natitira, doon ka pa mabubutasan ng Ateneo. Sakit.
Masakit talaga dahil lumobo na naman ang kalamangan dito ng Ateneo. Rosagas firing at will from deep. Espinosa against Bragais. Kicks it out. Credo fakes. Drives. They swing it. Garcia caught stepping on the sideline there.
Pinag-uusapan natin kanina yan before the game na may mabibiktima yung mga players dito sa court sa sideline. I can see here that the last few seconds of the shot clock, nakita si Amos libre. Boom, pasok for that 3-point shot of the game by Bola TV.
Bola.tv is one of our main sponsors here sa ating 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. Bragais pulls up, no good, and it's an unsportsmanlike foul against Ola Adiogon. We have to see that again.
Kada pito ng referee kay Ola, talagang meron siyang animated reaction eh. You can see here, he was just sealing inside, getting the rebound. Oh, okay. Huh. I just feel like si Gio Chu ang humatak ng kamay ni ano eh. I think si Gio Chu yung humatak ng kamay ni Ola tapos umakting na.
Again, another look. Both guys
Kasi
trying to
nakahook
jump.
eh. If you can see, nakahook yung kamay ni Gio Chu eh. So, ang hirap ma-spot. That's a very hard thing to see for the referee. So, hard thing to call.
Although yung baseline referee yung tumawag ng unsportsmanlike foul doon. And Ola, not a happy customer. Really barking at the referees. He has to be careful here. Coach Melo Lim sorting this one out. Their team down by 27 points, 81-54.
Si Gio Chu, pasimple. Ito mo yung mukha, parang walang ginawa. Inosente. John Stockton ng mga big man sa college eh.
And yun na nga. They upheld that initial call. Gio Chu will troop to the line for 2 free throws. And this guy, with the departure of Ange Kwame, could have a bigger role, although nandyan nga, Joseph Obasa. Godslav Dwabude, also part of the lineup para dito sa Ateneo, although hindi siya nag-suit up in this ballgame.
You would want to see more of the bench guys of Ateneo to be playing more. Para mabigyan mo rin ng pagkakataon mag-develop so that when it comes to their main season sa UAP, well-stacked lalo. No? Ready to play lahat ng players nila. For Uratex, they just have to figure out yung style of play, no? Depending sa mga makakalaban nila eh.
Amos, 9 seconds sa shot clock ng Ateneo. Mason takes another three-pointer. Marty Hill onto the front court. Mike Harry pulls up. Another miss from 3 points.
It's not the shot you would want Mike Harry to take for you. Dahil wala nang ibang re-rebound pagka nagmintis ka eh.
Although, maayos naman yung form, but medyo out of rhythm, ika nga. As Garcia, that awkward-looking jumper doesn't work. Rosagas from free, no good. Espinosa, 5:38 remaining in the fourth. Ketevis floats one and puts it in.
But just a matter of matagal pa yung game, 5 minutes 28. But the way things are going, mahihirapan ng Uratex makabalik rito. And for Ateneo, again, magpapasalamat yan. Magbibigay ng thank you card yan kay Eric Salamat for lighting up that fire in them after that scuffle.
Although, Mike Harry still doing work inside. It's now a 31-point lead.
Well, kita mo, you just have to get the ball to Mike Harry. And good things happen. Foul counted or may 2 free throws coming up. Pero nakakarami na rin siyang end one opportunities dito sa third quarter. Sa fourth quarter rather. And just a question of why we don't get the ball enough dito kay Mike Harry. And then suportahan dito ng mga locals na lang.
Right now has 16 of the 18 points in the second half. So slow start siya in the first half. Only 2 points. Ito si Mike Harry. And like you mentioned, Coach, ngayon lang nila pinupuntahan in the second half. Garcia gets the ball back from Gio Chu. Short on that 3-point attempt. Wala ng 5 minuto sa ating fourth quarter. Ola Diogo again.
Very animated. Talaga ito si Ola every time. Ayan, nadaan.
Nadaan sa sindak ng unti. But Uratex gets the ball back. 4:46 remaining in the fourth. Marty Hill. Bragais sa gitna. Go back to Mike Harry. Oh! Shaking the rim on that one.
Paalala na mayroon pa isa pang laro at baka hindi na matuloy pag nasira ang ring ni Mike Harry. Parang sinusubukan niya nga talaga eh. Nung round robin pa yan eh.
20 big points. 18 coming here in the second half para dito kay Mike Harry.
And Ola was happy na nakuhaan niya ng offensive foul. Itong mga si Balungay sa Ateneo.
27-point lead. Bragais against Ketevis. Kick out pass, Gamalinda. Medyo na nahimik na dito in the second half.
Well, yun lang, After a great possession by Mike Harry, biglang hindi mo pupuntahan ulit.
Sayang as Balungay will get a trip to the line. Under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
At this point, what you want not to happen is magkaroon ulit ng konting scuffle, may end up someone getting hurt. Yun lang yung ayaw mo mangyari. People being thrown out of the game. Sana lang wala nang mangyari as we put the finishing touches. Unless some sort of miracle for Uratex na magawa nila to come back quickly. But Ateneo has this already in the bag. It's just a matter of the final score.
Kay Balungay, who after their championship, nung most recent championship nila, got married to his wife Bella, and certainly trying to build on an impressive sophomore season where he had 11 points per contest with almost 6 rebounds a game. Under 4 minutes remaining. Ateneo still with the lead, 86 to 58. And coach, Uratex still has 3 more games. And with the way things are going, medyo malabo nang makahabol. Although 3 and 43 left, 28-point lead. But moving into their next few games, what do you think they need to work on here?
Exactly, that's the point. In this ball game, kahit medyo lopsided affair na, it's really for Uratex to figure out how to get better in time for that next game. So, importante pa rin na makapaglaro sila ng maayos ngayon, and then at the same time, figure out how to be able to play winning basketball with their lineup. I'm sure hindi naman lahat ng kalaban nila Ateneo ang kartada. So, there will be time, there will be games that they really have that chance to win. Ang sinasabi lang naman natin, they prepare for it dito sa remaining minutes ng larong ito.
For Ateneo naman, looks like it's gonna be a win here unless makahabol big time itong Uratex. Slow start in this ball game as Balungay missing on that 3. But after that skirmish nga in the second quarter, around the 2-minute mark, they were just guns a-blazing and found their groove here in this ball game.
Exactly. And that's what Ateneo just really waited, a reason na pumukpok. And for, again, uncharacteristically, ito si Coach Baldwin, medyo tahimik lang, kalmadong-kalmado, kahit hindi maganda linalaro nila ng first half.
And good sign if you're Ateneo. We've mentioned at the top of the coverage how they struggled during the preseason dahil nga they lost three key guys as Ketevis gets fouled there. Ange Kwame, Dave Ildefonso, BJ Andrade, wala na.
And you see na even without those guys right now, they're still really running well yung kanilang programa. Now, good hands because again, yung players come and go. Importante ito yung players, yung coaches din ay makagawa ng paraan to uphold the standard.
It's a 30-point lead. Interesting to know kung sino ang magiging best player natin dito. But
parang balansadong rito ang production ng Ateneo.
Well, Ketevis is at the line. Hasn't scored much, but the intangibles being provided here as always. Although missing on that first free throw. 2 and 48 left in the ball game. Our fans in attendance. Actually, maraming nanood dito, Coach. If you came in here, first game pa lang, Core Satires versus CSB Blazers, we've had a bunch of our viewers strolling in our beautiful venue, the Villar Coliseum. And mamaya, ito, pagkatapos lang nito, San Beda Letran, another chapter to that budding rivalry that they have. Oh, Mike Harry with a dribbling expedition there. Di na mapapauli si Brais. But only 3 seconds sa kanya shot clock. Bailout 3 is no good. Bola mananatili sa panig ng Uratex.
That's very... ang ganda na nakita natin, Mike Harry, a big guy, bringing the ball down like that against a guard, Ketevis.
That's a three-pointer. Mike Harry finding his groove here in the second half. That's their first three-pointer, and ironically, it comes from Mike Harry.
And Mike Harry, at least sigurado tayo in the next games ng Uratex, they have to find a way na umaabot ang bola kay Mike Harry. Pagod na pagod na. Actually, sumesay siya ng sub sa bench. Biglang binigay sa kanya yung bola sa 3 for that 3-point shot.
That 3-point shot of the game brought to you by Bola.tv. 28-point lead. Aba, susubok na naman siya dito. This time, comes out empty. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Ketevis sends it to Bongo. Short on that 3-point attempt. Bragais. High dribble, kicks it out. Pardo.
If you think about it, ang Uratex may magandang roster . May Bragais, even Pardo and Hill, mga athletic na guards that could support Bragais. they have Bam Bam Gamalinda, and then again, Mike Harry.
Kai Balungay sweeping in for the layup. And substitutions for both squads. And you mentioned ito, Jenmar Braga is a guy that could really do damage on both ends. Medyo hindi natin masyadong naramdaman dito as Kai Balungay scoring on his 12th point. It's 91-61. John Rosagas. Masasabi natin, their team owner, di ba? Playing here for Uratex. Here he is. He was part of the very first Basket Subic Championship. Back nung bubble pa tayo in 2021. Sa Subic po ginanap yon. He played for 7A Primos alongside Marte Hill. As we
May mga players really that they just really love the game so much. You know? They just really want to be involved in any way they can.
And itong Uratex, actually, nabuo ito, Coach, as Balungay knocking down a free. Itong Uratex na team na to, nabuo lang to sa pick-up game nila. They have a court sa Ronak Show. They were playing pick-up games. Ito sila.
Nagkabuyuan, ha?
Nagkayayaan din. Nagkayayaan lang.
Ganun lang. Sana nandun tayo sa usapan nung nangyari yan para ma-record natin yung historic event na yan.
But you could see, they really fielded in a competitive team. Although it doesn't really show much in this ball game because Ateneo, talagang pinakita yung kanilang gilas dito sa ball game na ito.
Yeah, Ateneo really a cut above the rest. No? And when we talk about college basketball, I think mas lamang na lamang yun ngayon kaysa mga commercial right now because, again, cohesiveness, sense of purpose is, I think, stronger with these college teams.
And let's check out that move galing dito kay Bragais. Gets thwarted there. And he will head to the line for 2 shots. And Coach, itong Ateneo, actually, just this week, I'm not sure it was just yesterday, nakausap ni Amira si Coach Tab, played a tune-up game against Gilas.
O biruin mo. Tapos malamang dikit pa yung laban doon. And that's already our national team. But yeah, Ateneo has been very active in helping develop the national program as well.
Time winding down here. And Ateneo looking good. About to get their first victory here. Lazaro with a mid-range J. Samantala naman itong Uratex. At least for almost 2 quarters, they kept in step against this mighty Ateneo squad, but ultimately just ran out of gas here as Bragais minte sa kanyang tres. And that will do it for our 3rd game here. Ateneo, Coach Tab Baldwin and his boys successful here, 96-63 to open up their campaign here at the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship.
I gotta give credit to Uratex for keeping in step with Ateneo nung first 1.5 quarters. And then it just really, Ateneo blew them away from there at that point and just showed their mastery, their athleticism, their aggressiveness on defense, getting those offensive rebounds, getting the steals. Hindi lang talaga nakaahon ang Uratex doon. For Uratex, they just need to figure out how to be more successful in the coming games.
Well, Mike Harry exploded for 21 of his 23 points in the second half. As we take a look at some of the highlights of the game here, nakita natin kay Balungay, top scoring para dito sa Ateneo with 15 points. Pero kalat-kalat yung scoring nila dito, Coach.
Yeah, but it's 15 points, but 15 rebounds as well, leading Ateneo.
And here he is, kasama niya ngayon si Amira Almamari.
We are here with Kai Balungay, the player of the game of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Kai, congratulations. You scored another double-double in your career, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Can you take us through the emotional roller coaster of this game?
Oh, going into the game, we came out real sloppy, and entering the second half, we knew that it was something that we had to, take upon the players and ourselves to really change that. And moving forward, we don't want to come out into games flat like that. We need to come out with a lot of intensity moving forward, and that's what we want to do moving forward in this tournament.
And I noticed that despite that and despite the pressure of the quarter coming to an end, you had a very calm demeanor as well as the whole team. How did that help you get your win today?
It's with the coaching staff. tells us to do. It's a next play mentality. Even when we make mistakes, we want to keep a level head and just focus on the next play. So I think that's what really, what we wanted to keep in mind throughout the game.
All right, greetings and shout outs.
Shout out to my family back home in the States, and shout out to my friends watching on the stream. Shout out to you guys, miss you guys, and hope to see you guys soon.
Thank you. Congrats again, Kai. That was Kai Balungay, the player of the game. Back to Ken and Coach Petit.
Thank you, Amira. And your thoughts on Kai Balungay's huge performance, Coach Putit?
It was really a bundle of energy throughout the game. Ito si Kai Balungay, which really propelled them to pull away as early as the halfway mark of the second quarter. But it was an overall effort really by Ateneo. Nagkataon lang si Balungay yung top scorer, but more importantly, their top rebounder.
Well, Mason Amos also checked in with 12 points. Jason Credo also had 11 here. And I don't know if you're hearing the drums from our background dahil up next we'll have another rivalry in the making here. San Beda versus Letran. Meanwhile, we turn you over to our Bola TV host, Lance Serrano.
Hi guys, Lance Serrano here from Bola TV. So napanood nyo guys, ang Ateneo versus of course Uratex. Medyo one-sided affair siya guys. Pero hintayin natin ang bawi ng Uratex sa kanilang next game. Of course, the Tab Baldwin system guys talagang gumagana. At alam naman nating UAAP champion sila and they are continuing their winning ways here in the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championships guys. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, ang next live streamer po natin na matutunghayan nyo dito on Bola TV is Yumiko G. So I'm gonna send it back to the guys. Guys, thank you very much.